Today let us learn about imperative sentences. These are sentences which express a command, an order or a request. So how are these sentences different from what we usually see? Usually we talk about some third person. We talk about somebody else. We say Priya opened the door, or we will say Prakash goes to the park. But here these sentences are from me, the speaker, directly to you, the listener. That is why if you look at all of this, you do not see a subject, but it is there. You just don't see it. What is the subject? All of this means you open the door, you sit straight, you come here. You just don't see it, but it is there. Why? Because this is me, the speaker, directly talking to you, the listener. Now look at the sentences. Darwaza kholo, open the door. Shant rahiye, be calm. Seedhe baito, sit straight. And look at these two sentences. In English, we have just written come here. But you have two different sentences in Hindi. Yahan aao and yahan aaiye. Why is that? You will see the same thing in most of the Indian languages, because our sentence depends on who we are talking to. If we are talking to someone the same age as us, we will say yahan aao. And if we are talking to someone older than us, we will say yahan aaiye. It is the same as in Tamil. If we are talking to someone younger, you will say inge va. But if you are talking to older, you will say inge vaanga. So except for the verb form, you will see the rest of the sentence is exactly the same. And each of the sentences can be changed like that. Whenever you are talking to someone younger or the same status as you, your verb form will end with a O sound. Kholo, baitho, aao, jao. When you are talking to someone older, it will end with a EA sound. Aiye, rahiye, kholiye, and you can change each of this. You can say this sentence as darwaza kholiye, or here seedhe baithiye, or here as park jaiye. So each of these sentences can be written in two ways depending on who you are talking to. Someone the same age as you or someone older than you. So all we have to know is how our verb changes. So we will go on to that, but first let us see the structure of the sentence. Now this is the usual structure of sentence in English and in Hindi. We will change it to the imperative form. Now how does it look in English? First your subject, then your verb, the work that he is doing, eats. And the last one is the object, which is an apple, and there will always be something else. Write down the rest of the sentence here. That is how your sentence looks in English. And how do you translate it to Hindi? Keep the subject as it is and come from this side. Jay रोज एक सेब खाता है. And please remember, whenever you are going through examples, look at the whole sentence carefully. Look at the adjective, look at the tense. That will make it easier for you to talk in Hindi. For example, if you see an apple, we have just translated it just like this, because this ek is an adjective. It tells you how many apples there are. So an apple, just change it over, just bring it over here exactly the same. For example, if it is a good apple or a red apple, just take it and put it the same way. Don't change its order. You change every order, but this, take it as a block. Do not change its order. Lal seb, then exactly write it as lal seb. Similarly, look at this. It is not is eating, it is eats, which means it is present tense and it is simple present tense. That is why we have written khata hai. If it was eating, ing, we would have written kha raha hai. So please, when you look at a sentence, look at everything, the adjective, the verb, see how it changes. Now let's come back to the topic. This is how it works. From English to Hindi, this is how we translate. Now let us change it to an imperative sentence, which means you do not have a subject. You are not talking about a third person. This is me talking directly to you. So that means what? I will say, eat an apple every day. Now, depending on the status, if you are someone younger than me, I will say, रोज एक सेब खा. If you are the same age, the same status as me, then it would be khao. And if you are older than me, then it would be khaiye. So as you see, the only thing that changes is your verb form. So that is what we are going to see next. Then we will go to bigger sentences using words like please or never. That is how we give an order, right? When you give an order or when you give a request, this is all about making a request or giving an order. Then we will have to use words like please and never. That we will see. But first, let us see our verb forms. Now this is how your verb form keeps changing. When we saw the sentences in English, we said that all the subject, you will not see the subject, but it just means you. You get out, you keep quiet. And in Hindi, we have 3 different subjects. You will not see any of them, but they are there. If you are talking to someone younger, it will be tu. If you are talking to someone as the same age as you, it will be tum. And older than you will be aap. Your tu, whenever you are talking to someone younger, your verb form will be just the base form, the basic form. Pad, likh, naach, bed, aa, ga, kha, the base form. That is all you will talk when you are talking to tu. But then when you are talking to someone the same age as you, it should end with the o sound. And when you are talking to aap, it should end with the ea sound. Now, these are the 5 different types. Suppose your verb ends with a consonant. There is no a, e, o sound. It is just pad, study, likh, write, naach, dance, bat, sit down. Then how will you change it? You don't have to put the a there, just put the matra. What is the o ki matra? This is what you say, the o ki matra, right? So you just have to write that down. Then if you are talking to someone older, to this basic to this basic form, you just have to add these signs. To pad, add an o ki matra, you get pado. To pad, add a e. It is the small e ki matra, not the badi e ki matra. So it comes before the word pa, di, ye. So now we are done with verbs which end with a consonant. Now we go on to the verbs which end with a swar, with a vowel, an a, e, a o sound. First we have a, which means come, ga, which means sing, kha, eat, ja, go. So how will they change? You already have a word which ends with a matra. It ends with a a sound. So you cannot put another, just a o symbol to it. How will you even read it? So what do? You write this whole thing as it is. A, wo, a, e, ye. And the same with kha. Khao, khaiye, jao, jaiye. Now what is your third word? It ends with a ki matra. Le, de. De means to give, le means to take. How will they change? It already has a matra. It already has an ki matra. You cannot just put another matra here. There is no way to read it, right? So what will you do? Drop this ki matra and instead put lo. And then how will you say, how will it change if you are talking to someone older? Li, ji, ye. Please be careful with the sentence. This first one is the badi e. Li, ji, ye. And what is pi? Pi means to drink. So again, you have, it is ending with a matra. You cannot just put another matra to it. So what will you do? You will just change it to a short e. This is pi, but change it to a short p and add a o. Here PGA. Please be careful with the sentence. And the last one is an exception. Why? Because it ends with a consonant. You do not see an A or a E. You do not have that sounds. You just have a kar, which means do. But then here the O ki matra will be same. Kar, karo. Put an O ki matra, that will be same. But this will be kijiye. So please remember, these are the 5 basic examples. You can change any verb form depending, just using this table you can change any verb form. Now we go on to more sentences. Now look at this side of the board. In many books, instead of the EA form, you will also see an A form. That is, if you are talking to someone older than you, instead of saying padhiye, aiye, kijiye, you can also say padhe, aaye, kare. Now it is the meaning does not change. It is just 2 different ways to represent the same meaning. But I am going to stick to this. Now let us move on to bigger sentences. When we are requesting something, what word do we use? We say please, kripaya. Or when we are ordering someone or we are forbidding someone, don't do this, then what will we say? We will say never lie, or we will say always tell the truth. So we will start using words like this, and the kripaya and the hamesha and always and please will always come at the starting of the sentence, and the rest of the sentence follows. Now if you want to translate the word never, it comes in 2 parts. It is kabhi, mat, both of them together, because the word kabhi, it literally means ever. It does not mean never. Kya tum kabhi London gaye ho? Have you ever gone to London? So this actually means ever, but together with mat, it means never. So write kabhi in the starting of the sentence, and in front of the verb, before the verb, use the word mat. Kabhi andar mat aao, never come inside. Now kabhi followed by your object, followed by mat, and then at last your verb. Now let us see some sentences. Now here we have some imperative sentences. Let us start translating them. Whether it is English or Hindi, you will start with the please. Kripaya. Kripaya yahan dhumrapan na kare. Please do not smoke here. आज्ञा के बिना अंदर मत आओ. Do not come inside without permission. कृपया पेड़ ना काटें. कृपया पेड़ मत काटो. Both of them mean the same. In one we have written kaate and the other we have written kato. It more or less means the same thing. Na kaate, mat kato, do not cut. As usual, we start with kripaya, which is please. Then please do not cut trees. Again start with kripaya or please. कृपया मुझे अवकाश प्रदान कीजिए. Now this sentence is a bit different. Why? Because we have a me in the sentence. So that is मुझे. कृपया मुझे अवकाश प्रदान कीजिए. Please grant me leave. अवकाश is leave. Now whether it is हमेशा or कृपया, always or please, start the sentence with that. हमेशा सच बोलो. Always speak truth. कभी झूठ मत बोलो. Kabhi and mat together means never. So you cannot leave this word, otherwise kabhi would actually mean ever. It does not mean never. So never tell lies. अपना लेख सुधारो. Improve your handwriting. And what did we see? We actually come the other way. We go ulta, right? But when you have an adjective, take it together with your noun. Whenever you have an adjective, what is an adjective? This here is your noun. This is something solid, something that you can see, you can touch, you can hear. This is your noun. And this word here is the adjective or the visheshan. It gives you more information about the noun. What kind of a pen? A red pen. Whose pen? My pen. So these are words which give you information about the noun. So when you translate, take them together as a block. Usually we come reverse, right? We go ulta. Don't go like that. When you take it together as a block. Kabhi aag se mat khelo. Never play with fire. हमेशा गरीबों की मदद करो. Always, start the sentence with always or हमेशा. हमेशा गरीबों की मदद करो. Always help the poor. That's all for today. Till I meet you again. Assalamu alaikum.